Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while that I uploaded a video and it was very quiet on this channel, so please excuse these circumstances. I had many technical issues and some stuff with my Etsy shop to do, so that I had no time and no chance to do a new video. But today I'm back. And I'm back with a journal share video, so this will be a quick flip through and yeah, something about this new journal here I made. And yeah, what can I say? This journal is a little bit special because it is a part of a new thing that I'm planning. So in the last year, when I started with this YouTube things and Etsy selling and that stuff in a little bit more professional way, then I thought, okay, I have a wish that I can one day offer something like an online class or something where I can give some techniques that I developed to the people. And that was a long wish, and now I yeah, could manage it, that I started to record my first online class that will be available soon. And this journal here is made from things that are part of this online class. So you will see a journal here that's a little bit different than the journals that you've seen before from me. And I will tell you during this video why this is a fact. So this journal was made from an old book. As you can see, I left the book cover as it was, so I only cut the pages out, and you can see this beautiful golden thing here, this little tree on the front. And when I saw this book, then I had to have it. So this comes from, don't know if you know this system in your country, this comes from a very social and really cool thing. So we have something like yeah, there's telephone boxes, this old, how is this called in English? Yeah, you know, before the times of smartphones and that stuff, you had this little something like this little houses outside, and there was this telephone, and you could put money in there, and then you could take your telephone, and then you can call someone. And those old things we have here, but there's no telephone inside today, but there are books. And you can come there and look if you find something that you are interested in. For example, this one here, this was standing in this telephone house too. And then you can take it, and if you want, you can put another book that you have read and you don't need anymore to this thing, and another person can come and get it for free. So yeah, this book comes from this really social system. I think it's a very cool thing, because you can find stuff and you can get rid of stuff that you don't need anymore, and another person would be happy about it. And yeah, this was a very big book, so you can see the spine is really big. And I cut the pages out and then I used it, as you can see here. For the spine, I tried to get a really outstanding fabric. So this comes from a very dear friend. She sent it to me in a happy mail, and I have just to do this so that she know that I'm thinking about her. And I'm very thankful, because this is so beautiful, and it's you can't see that in the video, but it's so smooth. And yeah, I think yeah, this is a very high quality fabric, and it's really cool. And I yeah, fuzzied it out a little bit, as you can see here, so that it gets a really smooth and fine edge, and that it looks a little bit, yeah, old or something like that, but at the same time, I think very yeah, very I don't know the English word for what I want to say, but I think you know what I mean when you see this. And then I use this eyelet lace here around. When you open it up, it looks like this. So I decided to put this beautiful fabric to the inside, Normally you would think, okay, you would cover up the outside cover with this fabric so that you have a fabric cover, but I decided to do it the other way around because I wanted this woo effect when you open it up and you see this beautiful fabric here on the inside. So from the outside it looks a little bit, yeah, like a normal book when you don't look at this, but then you open it up and you have this beautiful birdie picture here on the inside. And yeah, the inside of this whole journal is very plain, and I used many papers. So this has round about 200 pages front and back, and this is DIN A5, approximately DIN A5, and all the papers I used inside are coffee dyed, tea dyed, or made with rust. There are some brushstroke colors in it, but I will tell you something about this later. And all those things that you can see here, for example, this is a pocket, and I fuzzy cutted the edges, and this comes from a special technique that I also offer in my online class, how to do this beautiful and really outstanding patterns with coffee, and a special technique. And I used all the stuff from this online class, and of course some additional papers, because that was not too much. There's 200 pages are very much, of course, and yeah, but I used mainly the things that I also offer in this class, and also this music paper that I made these pockets from are also from yeah, the results from this online class. And I cutted these things into pieces and made also those little clusters here, as you can see, and everything. Oopsala, sorry. I don't have enough space here. I'm actually standing on a few books that I can see what I'm filming, because this table is too high for me, or I'm too small, I don't know. It's a little bit hard to film that. Sorry. Yeah, I made those really simple, but I think very beautiful little accents here, all from scraps that were coffee dyed with those special techniques from the class. This paper that is colored here actually was a tea dyed paper, so I dyed this with red tea. You can't see that, so that's no problem of my camera, but the red tea turned into some grayish blue when I dried it, and then after that I sprayed water and used some brushstroke colors, as you can see here, and with another technique that you also will find in this online class, I distressed the edges here so that it looks really old, and yeah, I like this effect so much. And hopefully my camera can catch that, because in reality that looks really cool. And yeah, this one here is a hand-painted piece by me. So this is also yeah, an item from this online class. In this online class I teach you how to make such flower paintings, but I don't want to talk about my online class too much. I will do a separate video if you're interested what you can get there. I will put a separate video to my channel where you can find all the informations how to make this, and yeah, where you can get it when it's ready. So I think I will need a few days until I have this all managed. And as you can see, this journal is very plain. It has always only a few pockets and something like that. And these papers, so different kinds of coffee dyed paper or tea dyed papers. And this one here, for example, was made with a plastic lace. Hopefully you can see that it's a very fine and clear floral pattern from this plastic lace, and yeah, that looks really cool. Hopefully my camera can bring that to you. And it was always a wish from me that I can make such a journal like you can see here, because I wanted a journal that has really yeah, really much space for journaling, and that is plain so that you have enough space to do your own stuff, to journal or to make your own embellishments or something like that. But yeah, I don't want it to be boring, because yeah, when you go through it, every page looks different, and there are so many different patterns where you can find things that can perhaps inspire you to make your own things. And I always wanted to do that, but I had no time. I had so much to do with other things, so that I, yeah, simply had no time to do that. And now I have this here, and I'm so in love with this journal. So even if this will go to my Etsy shop, I will be very sad when it's sold, I think, because it's so beautiful. And yeah, I'm a little bit proud that I could bring this plan to life. And yeah, for example, this double page here is one of my favorites. Here you can see this pattern from this plastic lace again, hopefully. And so let me just focus that with my other hand so that you can see it. So on the right side you have this really beautiful pattern, and on the left side it's really grungy, and also the sound of the paper is really, can you hear that? It's really cool. And yeah, so I'm so in love with these colors. So these brush colors react to tea-dyed or coffee-dyed papers in a very special way. So when you first coffee or tea-dye your paper and then spritz water and add those brush colors, then it's a really cool effect. And when you then add this frame here with coffee dyeing, then it's really, 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 really a special paper. And of course that takes time. So when you see this journal, you can think, okay, it's only coffee dyed paper, but yeah, all those techniques to get those strange patterns here take a lot of time. And of course, yeah, when you coffee dye and you do it by yourself, you know that it's a really big mess, and it takes time that, yeah, that you can get these results. And perhaps sometimes it comes not out like you wanted, and then yeah, you have to do it for another time and new, and yeah, that can be a little bit trouble too, but it's so much fun. And for this music paper here, I have a special thing, because can you see this silvery color on it? Long time ago I sprayed or splattered, don't know how you would call it, this silvery color on it. Hopefully you can see that. And with this coffee dyeing, that makes a really beautiful effect, especially when you have some light, and yeah, that is a little bit shiny. That looks really cool. This journal has 10 signatures. As you can see here, I left only a small space between the signatures, because I don't like that when the space is too much. But yeah, it opens up very flat. As you can see, when I make it like this, it stays here. So it would be very, very comfortable to journal on this paper. And coffee dyed paper is, as you perhaps know, a really fine thing to journal on. So it's really comfortable when you have black pens, for example, or ballpoint pens you can journal on, and it's really a nice feeling. This old pages that you can see here in between these book pages, they all come from vintage books, really, really old. So this is from a German book that I got, yeah, I would say by accident, from my neighbor. And I think I will do a separate video about all these books, because that was a really incredible story. So only to mention that these papers are really old, and that are original papers and not copies or something like that. It's no printable. This paper, what you can see here with this light brown things, and there will be some more of them in a darker way, they are made with rust. And that was a really strange thing. I will tell you in a second. This here comes also from my own hand and some coffee and a special technique. This is also a part of my online class, where I teach you how to make those flowers and these special things here. And yeah, the paper that looks such rusty, that was such a incredible story, because one day my hubby went outside with a staple of papers, and I didn't know what he did before with this paper, but it was really brown and it looked really strange. And I thought, okay, what is he doing? Sometimes he does really strange things. And so let him go, and yeah, don't know what he's doing there. And then suddenly I heard the sound of his car. So you have to know he has a very big car, so it's yeah, nearly something like a small bus. So there can be, I think, six or 7 people in this bus, and in the back there's space for a whole equipment for a band. So he is playing in a band and he needs very much space. So you can imagine this DIN A4 paper and this really big car. And when I watched out of the window, I saw, so this is one of these paper sheets too, I saw that he laid the paper on the ground and he was driving with his car over this paper. So some centimeters forwards and some centimeters backwards and so on. And I thought, okay, what's going on there? First, I thought he had a problem with his car, because this car is, yeah, it has an own brain and it makes what it wants. And I thought, okay, he's testing something, or what is he doing there? And then I came out and he said, okay, you women, you crafty women all there over the internet, I watched some YouTube videos, I watched your YouTube videos and some else, and I thought, okay, I would do something special, so something that the women wouldn't do. And I had to laugh so much because, yeah, of course, we are playing with colors, we are spritzing water and adding brushes to our paper, we are coffee dyeing our paper and put it to the oven or something like that. And he wanted to do some really man thing, so, and he wanted to do something special for me, that I have some special papers that I can tell you all there outside that it's made with rust and with a car. And yeah, now here's the time where I thought that would fit very well, and as you can see, he managed it to get some frames, and I like this so much. That looks really cool, because yeah, when you think you use this, for example, for traveler journal or something like that, when you go to holidays and you want to keep your memories or something like that, then you can put some photos here in this frame. I don't know exactly how he managed to get this frame here, don't know, but that looks so cool. And those yeah, those rusty things here come out so well, and that's a really cool effect. I think that you wouldn't get this with coffee or something like that, because yeah, it also feels a little bit, yeah, like something is on the page. Of course there is something, but you can also feel it. But when you make like this, it's not on your finger, so it's yeah, you can journal on it and nothing will happen, so it wouldn't fall apart or something like that. That's really cool. So yeah, then we have little tuck spots here, and as I said in the beginning, much space to put your own things into it. This is also such rusty page, so from the other side, and you have this line here that would be perfect to add some special words or a focal point for this page. And yeah, I like that so much. That's really incredible. And these patterns are really cool. I don't know where you can see this car driving, but perhaps those little dots here, maybe they came from the ground. So we have a really rough ground where his car normally stands, so I can show you that perhaps. Ta-da! So it looks like this, and this ground there that you can see there, I think it made the patterns that you can see here on the paper. So not only the wheel from the car made the pattern, but I think mainly the ground, and that's really cool. So perhaps you would like to try that out, but then you have to ask him and not me how this works. Yeah, so also the tags, the few tags that are in this journal are plain from the back side mostly, but yeah, the goal was to have something that you can work with. And I know there are many people who don't like to bind a journal and put the signatures into a cover, or they have perhaps some issues with their hands, or they have not the right tools or something like that, and I wanted a journal that you can embellish like you want it, and yeah, you can journal and what you want. So here it is. Yeah, okay, so I think I will take some photos now and put this into my Etsy shop, and yeah, I would like to see what happens. Perhaps you don't like it because it's plain, I don't know, because you know other things from me, and you know the journals I normally make, but yeah, perhaps you like it. So if you want, please leave me a comment and tell me what you are thinking about this, and if you have some questions or something like that, please leave me a comment, and I promise I will upload more videos in the future so that you can have something to see, and perhaps some tutorials and something like that. And yeah, until then, I wish you a very, very great time, and hopefully we see the next time. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do it if you like it. Don't forget to click this little bell that you get informed when I upload a new video. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully we will see the next time. Bye bye, have a great day.